Hi everyone, this is Gaurav, and today we will take another topic from the control system, and today we will be discussing about signal flow graph. Okay, so in this particular segment we will try to understand how signal flow graphs are sketched and what is the need of signal flow graph. Okay, and we will try to understand some basic concepts, what actually this presentation is all about. Let's see. Actually, learning points which we are getting from this particular video lecture, we will try to understand that why we require signal flow graphs, then for what system signal flow graphs are applicable, how signal flow graphs are obtained from linear equations, then how signal flow graphs are deduced from block diagram, and what are the rules to obtain transfer function when we are talking about signal flow graph, that is SFG, and what actually the concept of forward path gain, loop gain, touching, non-touching loops, and what actually the self loop is all about. Further, a very important formula, that is a Mason's gain formula. We will try to understand how this formula is basically made up of, and what are the components, and how this formula is bit not liberal if you are considering block diagram method, whereby you have a better understanding of positive and negative feedback. But here the Mason's gain formula is not that liberal. You have to take care of all the concepts which I will be telling you in the subsequent videos. So in this particular signal flow graph segment, we will try to understand the basic concepts of signal flow graph. So what actually the signal flow graph is all about. Okay, let's take a definition. Now, actually, signal flow graph is a graphical representation which provides the insight between the set of variables of linear algebraic equations. ठीक है, सिंगल फ्लो ग्राफ का कंसेप्ट ये है कि एक ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन के फॉर्म में होता है और लीनियर इक्वेशंस के फॉर्म में स्टेट वेरिएबल्स अरेंज होते हैं, जिसमें से आउटपुट इनपुट स्टेट वेरिएबल्स होते हैं और वो आउटपुट इनपुट वेरिएबल्स कुछ फर्दर स्टेट वेरिएबल्स के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट होते हैं। ठीक है, तो वो सेट ऑफ लीनियर वेरिएबल इक्वेशंस होंगी और उन अलजेब्रिक इक्वेशंस को कंसीडर करते हुए, उनको क्लब करते हुए हम लोग सिग्नल फ्लो ग्राफ बनाते हैं। ठीक, लेट्स सी, let's take an example and let's see how the gain rule used to follow when we talk about the signal flow graph. This particular example is a very simple example. Hereby you just see we have to draw SFG for a following equation. The equation is on your screen. Hereby you can analyze if we consider x2 equals to gx1. I hope you are getting the equation right now on your screen. You just go through that particular equation. In this expression you can easily deduce this particular point, that we have to make a signal flow graph for the equation like this, where one variable is basically x2 and another variable is basically x1. Okay, so what actually is happening, x1 signal is getting multiplied by g, x1 signal is getting multiplied by g, and it is turning up to x2. It means there is a signal, there is a state variable which is getting multiplied by again, and further it results into another state variable, that is x2. Okay, how the signal flow graph can be drawn for this particular system or equation? So you can see following uh, is the signal flow graph. Hereby you just see there is a state variable. Okay, hereby you just see, let's हाँ, फिर से हम लोग देखते हैं। तो हम लोग यहाँ पे देखिए, यहाँ पे अगर देखा जाए तो हमारे पास सिस्टम में अगर स्टेट वेरिएबल क्या है, x1 स्टेट वेरिएबल है। ठीक है, हमारे पास सिस्टम में स्टेट वेरिएबल क्या है, x1 है, और x1 देखिए यहाँ पे मेंशन है, दिस इज व्हाट x1। और दूसरा स्टेट वेरिएबल क्या है जो कि आउटपुट स्टेट वेरिएबल है, दैट इज x2। और x1 क्या हो रहा है, g से मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है, x1 इज गेटिंग मल्टीप्लाइड बाई g, और उससे हमको रिजल्ट क्या होता है, x2। अच्छा, अगर इसका एग्जाम्पल देखा जाए, कोई पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम्पल जो आपको फोकस में हो या अपनी इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग से रिलेटेड हो, तो उसका एक एग्जाम्पल हम लोग लेते हैं और समझते हैं। सपोज करिए आपको ये मालूम है कि बाई ओम्स लॉ voltage equals to R multiplied by I. It means voltage equals to R multiplied by I. So what actually happen if someone say that you have to draw the SFG for this particular block diagram? So how you will do this thing? How you will do this thing? You will just certainly take a node that represent the I, and there is another node that represent the V. So I is getting multiplied by R, which is basically the gain, Okay, so here we can say that I is the x1 state variable and v is the x2 state variable. Okay, so over here you just see a signal flow is there where I is multiplied by R and it is resulting into V. Okay, so this is the basic concept of this signal flow graph. Let's move to the another type of question whereby set of equations are given and then you have to draw the SFG for those equations. Okay, how you will do this thing? You will just see, okay, you will just see here there are set of equations on your screen. How these equations can be framed, that is very essential point of section. How these equations are framed, let's see. Here you just see there is a state variable x2, here is a state variable x2, there is another state variable x3, there is another state variable which is on your screen, that is x4, and there is another state variable, that is x5. Okay, now when you have to make the signal flow graph, you have to identify that how many state variables represented by the linear equations. Okay, so how many state variables are there in this particular segment? How many state variables are there? How overall we are having 5 state variables in this system, 5 state variables. Okay, what are those state variable? X1, x2, x3, x4, x5. There are 5 state variables. Okay, now you have to draw the signal flow graph by having a relationship between each set of variables, and we have to club those signal flow graphs into a signal flow graph for these equations. Okay, how we will do this thing? I will certainly let you know the answer out of these. First we have to observe that how things are coming up. Okay, how things are coming up and how this particular the equation number 1, if you just see on your screen. So in equation number 1, what actually is happening? Any idea? So this equation x2. Okay, we have to look after this equation x2. So this is the x2. How we are getting the value of x2? Just see, when x1 is getting multiplied by g12, we are getting x2. Okay, likewise when x3 is getting multiplied by g32, we are getting x2. Likewise, when x4 is getting multiplied by g42, we are getting x2. Likewise, when x5 is getting multiplied by g52, we are getting x2. Okay. Likewise, when we consider equation number 2, hereby when x2 is multiplied by g23, we are getting x3. Likewise, there is another equation where x4 is getting multiplied by g44 and it getting x4. Likewise, x3 is getting multiplied by g34 and getting x4. Likewise, in the last equation, x4 is getting multiplied by g45 and getting x5. Likewise, x3 is getting multiplied by g35 and getting x5. Okay, so it means if we talk about the state variable x2, x3, x4, x5, so these state variables are having a concept of a gain rule whereby they are getting a signal flow from a particular state variable. Okay, how we will draw this thing? Let's first step is this: how to solve such signal flow graph. Step 1, firstly you have to the number of identify the number of identify the number of state variables. Okay, identify the number of state variables. Okay, now this is the step 1. Okay, this is the step 1. Now in step 2, each state variable each state variable each state variable represent a node. Each state variable represents a node. Okay, represent a node. So this is the second point. And in the third point, what we have to do, we have to arrange 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 all nodes arrange all nodes from from left to right. Arrange all nodes from left to right. Arrange all nodes from left to right. And in the fourth point, we have to find identify 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 which is the identify which is the identify which is the input node, input node and output node. Okay, output node. So this we have to identify. So these are the four steps. Now how you will identify input node and output node? What actually happens in the question, sometimes it is given that in this question you will just see it is given that x1 is the input variable and x2 is the output variable. Over here it is given, so there is as such no way to identify the nodes, but sometimes in a question it can be said that you have to obtain the transfer function. Okay, you have to obtain the transfer function. So in that transfer function it might be written like this, that you have to obtain a transfer function of x2 by x1. So you get an idea that x2 is the output state variable and x1 is the input state variable. So x2 is the output state variable and x1 is the input state variable. So hereby you can also identify what actually the state variable and node, and how those state variables can be classified or segregated into input and output state variables, and which represents nodes. Okay, now let's analyze how this signal flow graph is sketched. Now we have identified that what actually the input node and what actually the output node. Let's make a concept that how to make the signal flow graph for these equations. Okay, so I am starting with equation number 1. I am starting with this equation number 1, that is x2. This is the equation number 1. Okay, first step I told you that you have to arrange all the nodes from left to right in ascending order, starting from the input node, starting from the input node. Okay, starting from the input node. Okay, so what is the node over here? So first node, if we consider, the first node is basically x1, second node would be what? X2, third node would be what? X3, fourth node would be what? X4, fifth node would be what? X5. Okay, so I have arranged the nodes over here. Now I will try to make a signal flow graph of these particular linear equations. So I am considering the equation number 1. Okay, so in equation number 1 it is said that there is a state variable which is basically x2. There is a state variable which is basically what? X2. And how we are getting signals to x2? Let's see. So there is a signal coming from x1 which is getting multiplied by g12 and we are getting x2. So we will draw this thing. There is a signal, there is a signal like this, there is a signal like this. There is a signal which is coming from x1 and it is going to x2. Okay, and this particular signal is getting multiplied by g12. Okay, now there is another state variable, that is x3. Okay, that is x3 over here, and x3 is getting multiplied by g32 and we are getting again what? X2. So it means there is a signal from x3, there is a signal, there is a signal from x3 and it is going to x2, and the gain is basically what? G32. Okay, now let's start with another state variable, that is x4. Now this x4 is getting multiplied by g42. So this x4 is getting multiplied by g42 and it is going to what? It is going to x2. Okay, so what we will do? We will take a signal. Just wait a while. Okay, now what we will do? We will take a signal from x4 and it is going to basically what? It is going to x2. Now what is the gain of this particular signal? The gain would be G42. Okay, now likewise there is another signal, that is x5 and it is getting multiplied by G52 and we are getting x2. So it means that there would be a signal from x5, there would be a signal from x5 and it is going to basically what? It is going to basically x2. Okay, and this would be the concept of G5 2. It means x5 is getting multiplied by G52 and it is providing a signal of x2. Okay, so this is the signal flow graph for equation 1. Now let's club the equation second over here. Let's club the equation number second, okay, into this particular signal flow graph. Let's club. So in equation number second, you just see x, a signal coming from x2 is getting multiplied by G23 and it is providing signal to x3. Okay, so x2 is there, a signal x2. Let's make a signal from x2. So here x2, a signal coming from x2 and it is going to x3, and the gain would be what? Gain would be G23. Okay, so this is the signal flow graph of equation number 2. Now let's consider equation number 3. Let's consider equation number 3. In this we have to look after this x4 variable. How we are obtaining this x4 variable? A signal from x3 is getting multiplied by G34. A signal coming signal from x3. Let's take signal from x3 and it is going to x4, and what is the gain? That is G34. It means x3 is getting multiplied by G34 and it is turning up to x4. Okay, now there is another signal, that is x4. Okay, and this x4 is getting multiplied by G44 and we are obtaining x4. So it means a signal is starting from x4 and it is going to x4 again. Signal is starting from x4 and it is going to x4 again, and the value, the gain over here is x4, the gain over here is G44. Okay, direction could be anywhere, it could be clockwise, it could be anti-clockwise, because a signal going coming from uh, x, signal going from x4 and it is coming to x4 again. So direction could be anything, it could be clockwise, it could be anti-clockwise. Okay, so there is as such no effect of direction in this self loop concept. Okay, now let us consider equation number 4. This is the final equation, this is the final equation. So this is the final equation. Now in this equation our basic target is to look after the x5 node, and how signals are coming to x5 node we have to look after with the signal flow graph. So it is said that there is a signal coming from x3 and it is getting multiplied by G35 and it is going to x5. Let's draw it. So there is a signal from x3. Okay, there is a signal from x3 and it is multiplied by G35. Okay, let's draw it. Just wait a while. So there is a signal, there is a signal from G3 and it is going to x5. Okay, and how the gain would be G35. Likewise there is another signal, that is x4, and it is getting multiplied by G45 and we are getting x5 again. So there is a signal from x4, there is a signal from x4 and it is getting multiplied by, and it is getting multiplied by G45. Okay, and it is getting multiplied by G45 and we are getting a signal at output, that is x5. Okay, so this is the signal flow graph. So this is the signal flow graph. You can just practice it, just take a pause and try to analyze this particular signal flow graph, and let's see how this equation is basically designed in a particular book which I am taking for consideration for a reference. So this particular question I took from a book from Principle of Design by M. Gopal sir. So let's see what is the solution he has provided for this particular equation. Let's look after. So solution for this particular equation is like this. Okay, you can easily deduce the expression and you can channelize what actually I have drawn and how M. Gopal sir has drawn. Okay, now what only difference you will find when you practice this particular terminology? The only difference which you find, that is basically of this particular dummy node. Okay, here you just see in input he has considered a dummy sorry, here by this is input. Okay, so in input no dummy node is there, no dummy node. Okay, but at the output, at the output if you just see at the output x5, here is already x5 is there, and there is another x5, and this particular node is basically the dummy node, which does not have any impact, but it will certainly help you to understand the basic concept of SFG. But when you just get an idea of SFG completely, then you can skip this particular dummy node and try to channelize what I told you. There are 5 nodes, and you have to consider those 5 nodes, and you can draw the SFG out of them. Okay. So afterwards, uh, we will certainly look after the concept of we will certainly look after the concept of these particular equations, whereby I have segregated equation individually, and hereby you can see in all equations we have considered some sort of segregation, and we have drawn the SFG of each particular equations individually, and further we have classified or further we have clubbed all the equations. So here you can see the equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 4, equation number 5, and all these equations are clubbed together, and we will further analyze these. This is the final format which we have drawn. So in this particular figure number G, we can easily deduce the final SFG which we have drawn earlier, and thereby you can further analyze the concept. So here is the SFG, final SFG, which I have drawn in a single way. So you can draw it as well. So there would be as such no problem in considering all such impact. Now let us take a concept with reference to another type of numerical, and hereby you have just I am briefing you how which type of numerical used to basically come when we talk about SFG. So in this particular numerical, whereby there would be a block diagram given, and you have to draw the SFG out of that particular block diagram. Okay, the same concept prevails over here. You have to look after how things are done. The only pattern which I am considering over here is just to look after the nodes, and how nodes, firstly we have to draw the nodes from left to right. Okay, same pattern would be there, but considering nodes, that is the foremost important thing. So how we will try to convert this block diagram into signal flow graph. This is the actual pattern. Over here you just see there is a summing point. You understand, this is the summing point. Okay, and this is the takeoff point. Now this summing point and takeoff point is considered a single node. Okay, this summing point and a takeoff point is considered a single node. This is the first point. ये हमेशा याद रखिएगा, जब भी टेक ऑफ पॉइंट समिंग पॉइंट के बाद आएगा तो उसको नोड 1 मानेंगे. ठीक है, समिंग पॉइंट के बाद टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आए तभी. अगर समिंग पॉइंट के पहले टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आएगा तब आप इसको इस चीज को कंसिडर नहीं करना है, तब वो अलग अलग नोड होंगे. बट जब भी आपका समिंग पॉइंट के बाद टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आएगा तो वो नोड 1 की तरीके से कंसिडर होगा. इसी तरीके से यहाँ पे अगर आप देखिए तो आपको नजर आ रहा होगा कि समिंग पॉइंट के बाद टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आ रहा है. दिस इज समिंग पॉइंट एंड दिस इज द टेक ऑफ पॉइंट. तो समिंग पॉइंट के बाद टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आ रहा है तो ये सिंगल नोड की तरीके से कंसीडर होगा. दैट वुड बी बेसिकली नोड नंबर 2. Likewise over here you just see there is a summing point, and after that summing point again a takeoff point is coming. So this will be considered as node number 4. This will be considered as node number 4, and afterwards there is another summing point and takeoff point concept. So this will also consider to be node 4. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इसमें ये चीज ध्यान रखनी है कि समिंग पॉइंट के बाद टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आएगा तब उसको सिंगल नोड की तरीके से कंसीडर करेंगे. मैं फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, समिंग पॉइंट के बाद टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आएगा तब हम लोग उसको सिंगल नोड की तरीके से कंसीडर करेंगे. बट कभी ऐसा केस बनता है कि समिंग पॉइंट के पहले हमारा टेक ऑफ पॉइंट आ रहा है, तब वो अलग अलग नोड की तरीके से ट्रीट होंगे. तो यहाँ पे हम इसको डिटेल में लेंगे. अभी बेसिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से के लिए, अभी स्कोप के लिए खाली इतना समझते हैं कि देखिए यहाँ पे नोड्स हमने बना दिए हैं. ये देखिए सारे नोड्स हैं. तो यहाँ पे नोड कितने, नोड 1, नोड 2, नोड 3, नोड 4. तो इसका मतलब यहाँ कितने नोड होंगे अगर हमारे देखा जाए, आप थोड़ा सा एनालाइज करिए. तो यहाँ पे देखिए हमारे पास 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 और 6 नोड है, जबकि यहाँ पे हमने कितने नोड बनाए, 4. और यहाँ 6 नोड क्यों है, क्योंकि मैंने बताया था कभी कभी समझाने के लिए हम लोग सिस्टम में इनपुट और आउटपुट में क्या कर देते हैं कि डमी नोड्स ऐड कर देते हैं. तो यहाँ पे देखिए एक इनपुट पे डमी नोड ऐड कर दिया गया है, और इसी तरीके से एक आउटपुट पे भी डमी नोड ऐड कर दिया गया है. डमी नोड एक आउटपुट पे भी ऐड कर दिया गया है. ठीक है. सो एक नोड ये डमी नोड है बेसिकली, और दूसरा डमी नोड हमारा ये है। तो ये हमारा बेसिकली ब्लॉक डायग्राम से एसएफजी बनाना और इक्वेशन से एसएफजी बनाने का कंसेप्ट है। ये इस वीडियो लेक्चर में बेसिकली हम लोग इतना ही जानेंगे। नेक्स्ट जो वीडियो लेक्चर होगा उसमें हम लोग कुछ रूल्स लेंगे, उस रूल से समझेंगे कि फॉरवर्ड पाथ गेन क्या होता है, लूप गेन क्या होता है, टचिंग नॉन टचिंग लूप्स क्या होते हैं, सेल्फ लूप का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है, और एसएफजी का पैटर्न क्या है। ठीक है, तो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द बेसिक कंसेप्ट. You can just go through this particular slide. I will be sharing this slide in the Google Classroom, and you can further go through these slides. And if you do have any doubt, please do discuss on the Google Classroom. Please attach your question thereby, and we will be further discussing such types of numericals, whereby we have to draw the SFG from the linear equations, and SFG from the block diagrams. Okay, so this is the concept. Okay, no, so thanks for watching. Have a good day.